Just because we're training on the road, minimal equipment, doesn't mean that our training has to go the opposite direction. There are plenty of different methods that we can do with very minimal equipment to still get a lot of really, really good results out. A big part of what our training is going to look like on the road is utilising isometrics. Isometrics are a fantastic way of training, and it's something that is used, I use it all of the time regardless of time, space or equipment. It's used at the highest of levels up to institute programs by some of the best coaches around, and the research on it at the moment is absolutely fantastic. So an isometric muscle action is one at which the joint angle does not change. There are two different types of isometrics. You'll have isometrics where you are pushing or holding or pulling on something that is immovable. And then there's another type of isometric where you are holding a certain position for a certain amount of time or a maximal amount of time. So an example of a position that you might be pulling on might be something using a TRX, which we're going to be utilising a lot on our training, getting into a deadlift position and then pulling into your deadlift as hard as you can. One that might be a holding isometric would be getting into a split stance and holding that position at a certain joint angle for as long as you can. Both of these have unique contributions to be able to increase your strength, your resilience, stabilization of muscles, and one of the biggest foundations of isometrics is that we're able to utilize a huge amount of muscle fiber contraction, even to a maximal position or even a position that is greater than moving exercises, due to the fact that we are super stable and it takes away a lot of the skill that we are required to do in something like a squat. So there are a few factors within your isometric training that is going to be very, very important. It is very specific at times to be at the correct joint angle, which will be specified in your program. The timings and the lengths of the holds or the pulls or the presses are going to be very specific, so make sure that we hold on to that. And then the intensity is also going to be very specific. We will get into more detail of those things, but especially those three details, we need to be very accurate within it to get the most out of it. We can do isometrics and be wasting our time if we aren't focusing on these things.